UFC 305 predictions. It's time for the prediction on the main event. I'm excited for this one. This should be a banger between Dricus Du Plessis and Israel Adesanya. Israel tries to get back his coveted world title here. And I think this is a very fun fight because I think there's a lot of people on each side who has a very strong opinion towards each side. Now, my pick is Dricus Du Plessis, and I'll get into that in a minute, but I just want to talk about the line. Adesanya opened pretty good favorite. This line's coming all the way down. He was minus 160, maybe minus 140, minus 160. I think he was somewhere in that range at open. He's all the way down to minus 115 on ESPN. That's scary to me if I was an Adesanya backer, just because I think most of the money's coming in at Adesanya and the line's coming down. That's usually a red flag in my head, right? And I think Dricus is the right fighter. And I think that number was very, very off when it first opened. And I think this is more the right number. I would say it's more of a 50-50 fight in most pro-better eyes. I would say it's a 50-50 fight. I'm a little scared for Adesanya in this fight. I don't know. This is a long layoff for Adesanya, a longer layoff than I think we've ever seen from him before. And Dricus is such a good all-around fighter. He's a better all-around fighter than a lot of Adesanya's opponents that he's fought in the past, right? And I think the difference in this fight is going to be Dricus's ability to get takedowns, ability to get to the lights, ability to control Adesanya, and I think he will, if he does do that, which he should, get damage in Adesanya when he's on the ground. I think he's going to be able to hold Adesanya, and I think that's going to at least suck away 2 rounds from Adesanya, I would think, right? And I think Dricus is a way smarter fighter than a lot of these guys he's fought, especially like a Marvin Vettori. I could see guys comparing him to Marvin Vettori, but I think he's way better than Marvin Vettori, and I would hope you think he's way better than Marvin Vettori. I think he's better than Sean Strickland, even though some people still think Sean Strickland won. But I think he's better than Sean Strickland, and Sean Strickland kind of gave the path, kind of gave a way, kind of gave film on a way to beat Adesanya, and I think that's going to help Dricus. And I think Dricus is better fundamentally than than just a lot of guys that Adesanya has fought. And I think Dricus is a bigger guy. And I think it's going to be hard for Adesanya to pick apart a guy like Dricus Du Plessis. I think Dricus Du Plessis is going to move around. He's going to threaten takedown. He's going to be able to strike. I think there's a lot of outlets for Dricus Du Plessis. And Adesanya is not going to be able to hang around on the outside and just hit shots like he did against Cannonier. Because Cannonier was a smaller guy, couldn't really reach. He did it against Whittaker, because Whittaker's a smaller guy, couldn't really reach. And Whittaker was still kind of reaching him. So I think Dricus Du Plessis will even have more success in that aspect. And I think Dricus Du Plessis is going to have Adesanya in a retreat a lot of times. He's going to have him back it up. He's going to have him pressured. And Adesanya, I think, is going to be scared about the takedown defense. And some people would love to say, oh, his takedown defense is going to be good enough. I don't know if that's true, and I don't honestly think that's true. I'm betting Dricus Du Plessis, and I think that is the play. We can make that an official play if we have those, but how do we play it? I'm playing it for unit. I'm taking some of my unit and I'm parlaying with other pieces. This is how I bet the UFC. If I'm betting one unit on Dricus Du Plessis, I take some of that unit and I parlay it with other guys that are pretty big favorites that I know are going to win. Like a Gamrot. A Gamrot Du Plessis parlay is definitely going to have. It's not for all the crazy amounts. It's not for my full unit. It's probably for a fifth of my unit of what I'm betting on Dricus Du Plessis. It's a way to get a better number on Dricus Du Plessis. I'm doing it also with Thad Jean. This is a guy that's fighting in the PFL prelim card. If you're seeing this before the PFL, you can go and get that parlay as well. Allows you to get a better number. Yes, you might lose some of your Dricus Du Plessis bet, but if you're having a good night, then you can just put more on Dricus Du Plessis. If you're not, then just let it ride. You just lost some of your Dricus Du Plessis bet. I think the odds are better. Like, it's more accurate to what the fight probability is for each fighter. Yes, Adesanya could, like, what scares me about Adesanya, yes, can clip him at any moment and win this fight. And I think that is the most likely way Adesanya will win this fight, is if he just left hook and Dricus's face plants on the mat. Like, I think that is a very likely option, way for Adesanya to win, very likely option, and it can very well happen. But I think Dricus Du Plessis is just a guy that is in the fight on every aspect of the fight. And I don't know if we've really seen Adesanya fight a guy like that. It's been a long time. We have. So, and I don't know what the layoff's going to do to Adesanya. I know this is a long-term layoff for Adesanya. I don't think we've seen this in a long time, at least for not a high-level fight like this. So I think that favors Dricus Du Plessis as well. All the public money is going to be on Adesanya. All the people are going to be probably rooting for Adesanya. I think Du Plessis wins. And it's crazy because if you want to look ahead, if Du Plessis wins, I think we get Whitaker, right? And Whitaker's rooting for Du Plessis. If Adesanya wins, we definitely get Strickland. So Strickland better be rooting for Adesanya. But ultimately, Dricus Du Plessis wins, in my opinion. And we hopefully cash some money here. I got more UFC 305, all the UFC 305 predictions on the channel. If you want to check those out for the main card fights, hit the channel, hit the subscribe button, and go check them out. Like the video. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comments. Subscribe. We're trying to build a big family here, and we cover everything. If you like sports, you like sports gambling, I promise you, you're going to like something on this channel because we cover every sport, especially for gambling purposes. So please hit the subscribe button. I'm Josh Wissing. I'm excited for this fight. Thank you.